Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we are going to be taking a look at
isxynth.
It's a Spectral Cross Synthesis Morphing synth, yeah!
I don't even know how to say it. isxynth. But let's get down to it. Hello, welcome to the show. My name is Jade. And now a word from our sponsor. Yes, that is right. Happening tomorrow here on the channel is The Delicate Giants Part 2 of Russ's documentary, Dog Tracks to Delicate Giants, where we're going to take an in-depth second part look at Russ's life from his music career halfway through the... If you haven't seen the first documentary, go and watch it. It's here on the channel. You can go and see Part 1, which started off with his humble beginnings in the dance scene and making music and all that kind of stuff. And it concludes tomorrow in part 2 of this wonderful documentary. And at the end of the documentary, there is a brand new track from the new Delicate Giants album, which is very exciting. I've heard it. I've been mastering it all this time. So I have it, and it's wicked. It is just... It's a step above. It is a full band now, the Delicate Giants. Not just Russ and his cousin Gary anymore. It's a full band, and wow, it's sick. I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS. I hope you're all doing good. Today, we are going to have some fun making some absolute utter noise. And if you know me by now, you know I love making noise over music because it's just crazy textures and stuff. Welcome to our Wart Warriors. You can become a Wart Warrior just by clicking the join button below for $1 a month, custom emojis, all that kind of fun. Love you for joining the Wart Warriors. We nearly have 100. It's so sick. I'm so thankful for you all for becoming Wart Warriors. Hello, Thomas Christ, who's there working hard, linking away and doing all the fancy stuff down there. Hello, Gregory, yawning away. There's Dark Leela, who just had another fantastic live stream. There's Greg. Thanks, Thomas, always working hard. Hello, Frank. Yeah, Frank, I would love... I'll just do it here, huh? Save me emailing you. I would love the backing track to somebody else if you're able to do it. Because you are on my wheel for the community covers that I'm slowly dwindling down. So if you've got that, shoot it to me in an MP3. Just rip you. I don't want your vocals. I don't need them. That would be cool. But if you can't, you can't. It is what it is. So hi, Frank Terzo. What's going on? Good to see you, my friend. Brad Example, of course. Hope you're doing well, Brad. I was just talking to you. Feisty Feather Heather, she's out and about. Hello, Audible Video. He's here for some spectral haunting. That's what we're doing today. Spectral haunting. Whatever. And if I've missed anything, I think I saw D. Michael as well. And if you're here, welcome board. If you're lurking, you're lurking. Good stuff. Give me a couple of days. Awesome. I don't need it until Saturday evening US time. So, all good. Thank you very much, my friend. That would help heaps. All right. So, let me, I need to cover some things from yesterday. Yesterday, guys, we took a look at an app called, what was the app called? What day is it? Who am I? Where am I? I don't know what's going on. Yesterday, we looked at an app called Some Effects, and it is a multi-effects modular processor. Now, there was some information which I wasn't aware of when I did the interview. So, the review. So, if you go back and you haven't seen that yet, or if you have seen it, mate, and you've maybe purchased the app, go and check yesterday's show and check the pinned comment, because there actually are some presets with it. But it's a little bit finicky. You've actually got to go to a website, to their website. Let me show you, and download the folder. So it's a zip file. Maybe I can, how do I find it? So I'll show you here. Let's do this. My videos. La 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 la. Here's the show. This will get a bit creepy. We'll stop it before it starts playing. So in the pinned comment, it should be. Let's check comments. There it is. So over here, read more. There's Brad. And here's this article. So let me show you this. So here it is. The link takes you here. And it shows you these are the iOS presets. And there's a download link just here. So you can download this link, and it tells you, this video tells you how to install the presets. So yes, there are presets. Now the good news is I've spoken to the developers, and in a future update not too far away, they're going to be adding these presets in there. So don't fear if you're like scrambling now going, where are the presets? Where are the presets? You can go ahead and try and do them now and add them in there, but there will be a function with them in there. I just wanted to clear that up, because I'm a bit of a Virgo and I freak out and go, oh man, I wish I had known that for the show. That was really frustrating. So I just had no idea that was the case before we went live on the channel. It is what it is. You know, life isn't perfect, but we always try to make it be. Okay, let's jump over before we get into today's app and head over to the Beat community, where latest news and updates are always available to you at thebeatcommunity.com. I think, Frank Terzo, how Brad does that with the skulls is skulls actually only take one character. So there you know, yes, the skull one with the crossbones only takes up one space. So you get 200 characters with the skull, where every other emoji like these take up lots more. It's a secret. Don't tell anybody. Don't, because that's how Brad does that to me every day. He skull bombs me, because that's what he does, you know. Yes. I don't believe in astrology, but I am a perfectionist, a budding perfectionist. All right, so the Beat community, Blease announces there is Blease price drops for Chorus and Phaser on iOS. Audio Thing is back, and they've just released speakers. It dropped today. I should be doing a show on it next week, so hold on to your britches for that one. Sand has been updated with some new features. 4 Pockets got some price drops as well. Baby Audio's got apps on sale. There's apps on sale everywhere. It is the summer sale. And there you go. Blease Chorus, half price. Blease Phaser, half price. Yes, Sand got a really nice update. Shimmer from 4 Pockets. Euclidean from 4 Pockets on sale. Crystalline from Baby Audio. Helium's on sale. Another killer stellar app. And yeah, so many more apps that are on sale at the moment. I even think Korg has all their apps on sale too. All their in-app purchases for modular on sale as well. Man, there are so many sales on at the moment. But today, oh, and another thing too, yesterday's app that we looked at, Some Effects, is currently on sale. So that $5 price point, that's going to change. It's 80% off. So if you were going to get it, it's going to go up. And a lot of there are some bugs with it too, I have to admit, with Some Effects, but they are well aware of and they're ironing them out. But today we are looking at Alexey Nadzarov's new crazy crazy thingo app. Alex makes some sick apps, and they're always strange. Raro, Fraro, Soundfuse, Bruhahazer, Skippo Disc. He makes so many weird apps, yeah? And even the name of his app company, I don't think it's the name of the app company, but it's something like We Make Weird Apps. I can't remember. Hey, Falcro. So it's a really... I can't remember the name of it now, but yeah, this thing's nuts. It's $5.99. Hey, Ed. Folks, I mentioned yesterday, go and check out Ed Zielinski's channel. He's doing some really different app reviews, different than most other people. He's a legend, our friend Ed. All right, so we're looking at isxynth. Let's just call it isxynth. It's got an X in it because it's Alex. And what does it do? Let's tell you what it does, all right? We'll jump over here. So here's the instructions. Now, what's interesting about Alex's apps is they're more like a schematic than a tutorial. All right, look at this. It's a schematic. Let's be real. So, isxynth is a Spectral Cross Synthesis Morphing plugin. It gets two input signals, splits each one into two parts containing noise and tone components, and then allows morphing between these two elements. Freeze control allows spectral blurring, like a spectral blurring-like effect for both input signals. 2 3-second delay lines allow selection of different signal and in time, and also provides a freeze effect. Okay, so this thing's like for anything, great for noise. If you're into noise or soundscapey kind of stuff. So we're going to make some weirdness today. So if you come here expecting classic 80s rock, you might as well fuck off now. It's not happening. Let's start off with a project that I worked on last night. Yep, we've got some strange ones here. I'll shut my mouth and let's make some noise with this thing, yeah? Alrighty, let's do it. Well, there you go. Shall we open up a new project and see how this works? So let's clear this out. Really fun for making soundscapes, horror stuff, you name it, sheer noise. Really cool stuff. Now, I'm going to admit, I really fully don't understand how this works. So, as Gregory says, the splitting sound into noise and harmonics is often used in drum resynthesis software. So you can mess with the attack and separately, and I would have, but I wouldn't have thought of using it as an effect. Well, Alex likes to think outside the box because he's very unique, and let's build up something here. So we'll start off with something simple. So just a tone generator, so you can kind of hear what's going on. We'll use Mononoke. Mononoke is good for that. If you haven't seen my show on Mononoke, basically this is what it does. So you can build up soundscapes with Mononoke. You've got this little keypad down the bottom here. And you can set like a scale across the top here. So we've got this in E flat. Should we try a, let's just choose. What can we find? Let's go with, let me bring this down. I'm going to hold these notes. So we're going to go with, we got B flat. We've got another one over here. And one over here. So now we've got this stagnant, little evolving soundscape going on. And we'll load up. Now, as soon as you load it up, it takes over and you get silence. There's a reason for that. When you open it up, you'll see, here are the controls. Our master volume is at 0. Now, it's a very clever thing to do this when you're loading up an app like this, because if it was at full volume, you may just blow your fucking eardrums out. And there's nothing worse than loading up an app, hitting a chord, and it's really loud because you don't expect it. And these kind of apps can get out of control because we're dealing with noise and frequencies, tones, and it's a nice, safe thing, yeah? So our volume is down at the moment, and here's our dry wet mix. So if I turn the dry wet mix down and start bringing up the volume, up to 100% will bring it up to whatever level we have set here, yeah? And then you can bring in the effect to how much you like. So you can already hear what's going on when we turn this up. So we're getting a splitting of the tone and the noise of this. It's kind of distorting it. Let's just turn this down for a second. So you do have setup options down here. You can change this to mono if you like. So it's currently in stereo, which is how it works to split the tone, to split this up for us. But you can have a mono tone. Let's go back. So Hippie, if you're out there. So you can hear that's back in mono. Let's flick it back over to stereo so you can hear the difference. If you've got headphones on, that should be very clear. Here's where you can open the manual, which is what we saw at the beginning, the schematic. Yeah, you just click on this, opens up the manual. Okay, let's bring down that volume a little bit. Let's explain what these are. So this is classed as input 1. This is classed as input 2, but they are known as tone and freeze. Yeah. So if I move the tone around, and our third one is the morph, and it's almost classed as like this is where you are blending things together, but at the same time it's an output. And up the top here we have 2 delays, and both of these delays you can turn on by turning them on up here, and they have this freeze function. Both these dots here, these little asterisks, these can freeze the tone. We'll cover that in a second. Let's bring the volume back up. And we'll mess around with the tone so you can hear what's going on. You'll see up in the top corner, if I can zoom in, probably a little bit too much. It says up here, currently we have 50% tone, 50% tone, 50% noise, 50% tone, 50% noise. Now, if I drag this over to the top left-hand corner, you'll see it says input 1 is now decreasing in tone, but gaining in noise. If we drag this down, it's the opposite. So now it's just tone and 0 noise. So you should be able to hear just by moving these around what's happening. Headphones are best. And what's really nice is in each of these boxes, we have a readout here of what's actually going on with the sound that's being inputted. So this is what is being inputted. You can see here, here's our graph, and here's what's coming out. So you can see the difference. So you can see the meat of the sounds, the frequencies in here are around here, yeah? But what's really cool, instead of me just dragging my mouse around, you can draw in patterns. And to do this, you click on the tone down the bottom. Once that's activated, I can now draw and it will record what I put in. So if you draw slowly, it's going to record it slowly. If you draw fast, so you can do a mix. Let's just draw something in. And you can see it leaves this little line there. Let's slow it right down. Then we'll do something fast. And I haven't tested how long you can draw for, but I drew something last night that was pretty complicated. And then once you let go, it's just going to go. It's going to be on a loop. So now we have this evolving spectral tone and noise thing going on over there. And you can do that with all of these, as long as you turn these on. So let's play with the freeze. And let's just jump over here and tell you what Alex says these are. So the tone control lets you set the amount of noise and pitch track tone components from each signal that will be used for morphing. In case of tone control, upper left corner is 100% noise for types of sound and 100% noise spectrum, and the other side is 100% tone. Down the bottom right. Freeze control allows you to mix the new value with the previous one on 100%. Level it freezes, otherwise it works something like a spectral blur. So let's show you what that sounds like. Give it some volume. So you can hear it's kind of taking part of that tone and kind of freezing it. And up the top corner here, it's telling you. So up here we have 1 and 2, and you can see these are going between like 40%, 50% tone. And this has freeze 1 and freeze 2. So this is telling us that number 1 up here has 88% kind of freeze in there. So this is upper. You can hear that? And down here, we're freezing the number 2. So if we start drawing this in, and I do a quick one, you can now create like a rhythm. And then we've got our morph over here, which is our output. So it's more like an amp kind of output. Controls the pitch and the amplitude of all of this. Let's draw something in. Now remember, you can now take this and pull down our wet dry mix. And start to blend whatever you're creating in with the original tone. Then we have our delays up the top here. Hey Chem, hope you're doing well. And we can turn these on And you can actually draw in the delays as well. You can just, if you just press, you'll get a level. But if you start drawing in here, look at this. It's actually recording the drawing I'm doing as well, going back and forward. So this is controlling a delay. And now when I let go, this will automate. And at any time, we can freeze this as well. If I just so now you hear, as I've hit these two asterisks up here, we've frozen this. And now you can blend this in. And then we can animate this delay again. The two delays running parallel with each other. So, hey Abe the band, yes, it is pretty bizarre. We love Alex's apps. And Kid Kane, what's going on? I love noise, man. And so this has just come from just this simple section of Mononoke, however you want to say it. And when any of these are pressed down here, to draw something new, just and how this works really cool, which I'll show you at the end. This works really good in Logic, so you can draw all this stuff in. And when you do a mix down in Logic, in theory, I'm pretty sure I tried it last night, and because this is all animated, when it does the mix down, all of this should play into it. So if you're making something noisy in Logic. And if you want to stop this from going crazy, all you got to do is turn these off. And when they're off, whatever you draw in here doesn't stick. Like you can still see the original drawings in here, this crazy flower thing, whatever it is. These fish are still here. Okay, let's put in something else of Alex's. Let's put in Brewhäuser. So this was one of his last apps. And this one works quite similar too. So we'll open this up and make sure our volume's good. I'm going to move this up here. We're going to add this synth in here. Got our dry wet mix. And are we on? Yes. Let's make sure everything's good. And I can't even remember how to use this. I think we've got to have our play going, and I should be able to go to setup, and we'll go full stereo here. So now we've got our sound coming through. And now with these, I can actually draw things in again. So similar kind of thing. We can draw things in. Now we're getting crazy. Let's add some reverb to this. A bit of our tether. Let's add a bit of one of Alex's other apps called Skippo Disc, which adds the effect of a broken CD player. He makes some sick apps. Sick. All right, let's leave that down. So we've got a bit of texture. Let's start building some stuff. Now, I'll mute it for a second. One thing I need to let you know, if you are using this in AUM, please don't do what I did. In AUM and most DAWs, up here, we have a buffer size. Yeah, see that? My buffer size is currently set to 512. Now, if you're playing guitar or recording vocals into a DAW, you want to have your buffer size lower, yeah? Say 100, 128 or 64, yeah? So you're not getting a delay when you're recording vocals or playing guitar or playing bass into your DAW. You can have it lower. But then when you're mixing stuff, you can put your buffer size up because you're not actually recording anything in. For this particular app that we're using today, have a look at the DSP already. We're at 42 DSP. Last night when I was trying to use this, I was opening 2 instances of isxynth and my DSP was 100. And I couldn't do anything about it. It was because my buffer settings were set to 64. Make sure your buffer is at least 254 or 512. Yeah, just 256 or 512. Just make sure, all right, or you'll get some pretty shit results. So just a word of advice there. Don't do what I did. So we've got a basis to start making something noisy here. I'm going to bring in an audio track now. So we'll jump over to my audio share. Let's look for something utensils. We'll take something from one of my EPs. Okay, we'll use this. And I'm going to add this to AUM by holding down here and inserting that into. So now we've got a new layer of sound. Hi, Tremor Bear. And we're going to add isxynth to this. Now you can see my DSP jump up to 64. Right there, look at that. 55, boom. Hey Pete Johns, what's going on, my friend? Let's give this some movement. Hey Chad. I'm just going to draw some stuff in here randomly. Wow, look what that's done to this. Going to draw in some delay here. Not too much. We'll take it back and forward. Let's bring them both in. I'm going to add a pan to this. We'll shoot this one over to the left. We'll shoot this one over to the right, shall we? So then we can put something up the middle. And let's go totally nuts. What do we got? 17 minutes. Today's featured artist, folks, is Ian Luckett, before I send you over to Thomas Christ for You Rock. We're going to bring in Glitch Scaper. And we'll solo this so you can hear what we're putting in here. So this is Glitch Scaper. Awesome app. And we'll use this Radio Universe. Glitchscape is amazing for textures, soundscapes, noise, drums. It just generates beautiful stuff. And we're going to bring in a isxynth here. Again, the volume's down so it doesn't blow our ears out. And let's try and create a rhythm for this. So we kind of got a rhythm happening. But let's fuck with that rhythm now and introduce something like Beat Cutter, which will take all these sounds, chop them up, and turn them into something utterly bizarre. So I'm going to do a random trigger with Beat Cutter, apply this and hit start. And very shortly, just let me stop this, hit play again. So now we've still got this rhythm going on, right? Because I've reduced, when I leave this up, this rhythm has taken control here. So we've got this, but if we pull this down, now we've got this rhythm playing with the rest, the actual tone that's underneath it. And we'll add some cascade or something in here to give it some there we go. Now we're getting into the sound effects you would hear on an alien Nostradamus spaceship. So, I mean, this stuff is sick for horror soundscapes, intros, noise. Thank you, Falcro. By the way, folks, Falcro's live today later tonight if you're in the US. So head over to Thomas's channel. Falcro's channel. What am I saying, Thomas? Head over to Falcro's channel. He's playing later today. Thomas is up next, guys. Playing your music. You rock. How cool is this shit? Shall we add a rhythm in here or something? Let's take to close out, let's take our BPM. We'll bring this right down to like 50. We'll bring in something like drum computer. Let's throw in some effects, and I'll show you right now how to use one of the presets. So we got load chain preset. I have my presets saved here on my iPad. Some effects, presets, chain effects, drums. There we go. Take out some of that high end of the drums so it's not so intrusive. Now you notice my little wave file stopped playing here because I don't have it on a loop. Now it's looping. Here we go. Yeah, $5.99. I mean, iOS apps are so damn cheap. Let's quickly add in one more thing. We'll add in a bit of glitch scraper again. We'll add a rhythm from glitch scraper. Just for some texture there. Throw in a bit of replicant. Sick. Very tribal. A DOA. Man, this is awesome. I could listen to this all day. Because it's constantly evolving. You're not going to hear the same thing over. It's just going to keep evolving. Because we've got Beat Cutter here doing its madness. Beat Cutter's off the charts. And even when I hit stop, it's still going. I'm going to save this. That was fun. Let's save this. We'll call it isxynth project. Awesome. There you go. All right, so I'll close out of this. And the last thing I'll show you before we head over to Ian's track as our featured artist today is let me show you it working in Logic, because it does work. Let's open up a new Logic project. We'll just throw in a, what do? We'll do an audio. Let's grab some kind of drum thing from here. Instrument, we want samples. We'll do drums. What do we have in drums? Do we have anything strange in here? Mellow, warm, aggressive. Let's go aggressive. I want something that's gonna... I want a kit. Do we have a kit? I don't want samples. What do I want? I actually want loops. Loops. Drums. Drums. We want, what can we find in here? Rock. Can we find something noisy? Time stretch experimental. There we go. Let's drag this in here. And we'll loop this. Give it some loopage. And it's as simple as this. Just head down here, add your effect, and we want isxynth. Hit play. And again, it saved us with the volume. And it works exactly the same. You can draw your stuff in. Let's do, what else can we look for? Synth. We need to put a loop up there. Yeah. So let's just do it quickly. Oh, we don't have time. So there you go. It works in Logic beautifully. Not a problem at all. And you've got these extra little controls down here for freeze. So you can turn these up. Tone balance. You can do it all from here, which is really nice. Cool stuff, huh? Hey, Russ, what's going on? Don't forget, folks, Russ is up tomorrow. We're looking at his documentary. Let's show you that one more time before we get out of here. Where is it? There it is. It's happening tomorrow here on the channel. Russ's documentary, Dog Tracks to Delicate Giants. You'll get to hear his one of the brand new singles from the forthcoming album. That is it for today. Thanks for joining me. Let's get out of here with our featured artist, and then I'll dump you all over to Thomas Christ, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Thomas Christ. What do you think about that, Brad?
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
Exactly. So let me cue up this song. This is the latest brand new Ian Luckett track called In Dreams. It's a killer. It's wonderful. It's sick. You're going to love this track, just like you're going to love Thomas Christ up next, and later on the Falcro doing his shtick also. All right, folks, remember, do things that make you happy, mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. I'll see you tomorrow for Russ's show. This is Ian Luckett, In Dreams. Boom.
It's not not what we play, it's just how we play it. All alone, we must face our inner demons, our own disgrace. The constant is we are always right here in place. The rest of everything are just the dreams that we create. It's trusted and true, you're not gonna break it. Love pulls us through, you know we can make it. All alone, we must face our inner demons, our own disgrace. Constant is we are always right here in place. The rest of everything are just the dreams that we create. There'll come a day when we can face it. All our darkest corners, our constant fading. All alone, we must face our inner demons, our own disgrace. Constant is we are always right here in place. The rest of everything are just the dreams that